Right, you've just got your ID card there, that's all. Funnily enough, on the driver's seat. It's quite interesting, that, isn't it?
What, the car that they've just walked
The
back?
car that he wasn't driving.
Just a suspicious van knocking around Accrington, registered to a scaffolding company, and it took a very sharp turn when it saw me. For the information of any patrols coming, it's obviously very local, it's just doing effectively laps. I don't think we're going to be going very far. I've got runners. Stand still! Stand still! Stand still! On your ground, now!
The boys you're looking for ran down the cliff.
Alright.
So what you arrested me for?
I've just seen you get out of the driver's seat, pal.
You didn't?
I did.
Yeah, go on.
You're not still in the army, are you, Dom? Alright, you've just got your ID card there, that's all. Funnily enough, on the driver's seat. It's quite interesting, that, isn't it?
What, the car that they've just walked
The
back?
car that he wasn't driving.
What have I done?
I've already told you. Suspicion of dangerous driving, failing to stop, and now failing to provide a breath sample.
What have I done?
A man who lied about serving in Afghanistan and suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder (PTSD) to try to avoid being jailed for driving and drug possession offenses has been sent to prison. At 2:53 a.m. on July 4, 2021, our officers attempted to stop a Ford Transit Connect being driven by defendant Dominic Kane in Accrington. Kane failed to stop and instead drove without the van's lights on and through several give-way junctions, before eventually losing control down a dirt road at the end of Miller Fold Avenue. Kane and the passenger got out and ran off, but the defendant was quickly arrested by INSP, Matt Plummer. Kane was arrested on suspicion of dangerous driving and failing to stop. While he was being searched, a bag of cocaine was found in his shorts. Kane failed to give a roadside breath test, but was found to be more than twice over the drink-drive limit while in custody. Kane was charged with dangerous driving, driving without insurance, drink driving failing to stop, and possession of a Class A drug. He pleaded guilty to those offenses and the sentencing hearing was adjourned for a report to be prepared by the probation service. During an interview with the probation officer, Kane said he had joined the army and served until he was 18 years of age. He said that he had then rejoined at the age of 23 and completed tours of Afghanistan. He said he had a diagnosis of PTSD which was due to his time serving in the army, undertaking tours of Afghanistan, whereby he witnessed a lot of horrible things. When the probation officer carried out checks with British Army personnel, it transpired Kane had joined in September 2007, but was been given an administrative discharge 13 months later. He rejoined in November 2015, and was given a medical discharge in June 2017, after being deemed to be below the standards required. The check showed that Kane had never served in Afghanistan, and his only time overseas was when he conducted training in Cyprus in June 2016. Kane, 32, of Highfield Mews, Darwin, appeared at Preston Crown Court earlier this month, and admitted the further charge of perverting the course of justice. He was jailed for 12 months and banned from driving for 3.5 years. INSP Plummer said, Kane's initial behavior in Accrington in July 2021 was appalling and put the lives of road users and pedestrians at risk. He attempted to escape justice on that night, first by fleeing the van and then failing to provide a sample. Having finally admitted what he did, he tried to cheat the justice system by shamefully lying about having served in Afghanistan and having PTSD during his pre-sentence report. Those actions brought shame on himself and quite rightly would have offended many war veterans, particularly those who have genuinely been diagnosed with PTSD.